All right. I hope this is working. I hope this is working. Okay. Well, I can hear myself on my own phone, so that's good. Like my own chat. Okay. I just wanted to start early to make sure that I had everything all ready to go. So don't mind me. If I'm looking down, that's where my screen is and my phone. And so I'll try to look at you as much as possible. This is my first live, you guys. My first like real live, like with real people. So welcome in. I did want to talk about decluttering and like getting started with decluttering. So I am just gonna like launch myself in. Hi, Ashley. Happy New Year. Thanks for being here. I watched Cass from Clutterbug, and she had like this live earlier this week where she was sharing like getting started like with decluttering, and it fired me right up. And so I just wanted to kind of share some of my thoughts about that and see what you guys felt about it too. And if there was any questions you had, pop them down in the chat. I'll try to keep up as best I can with the chat, but we'll see how it all goes. All right. I made notes because I cannot do this on the fly. Okay. Okay, so I just wanted to give you my best tips that I had for starting decluttering. So the number one was before you even start decluttering, move your body. Like lots of times we put off decluttering, we get into this freeze nervous system setting, like where you have that freeze response, and you are just frozen, and then you need to just start moving your body a little bit. So whether you're dancing to some music in your room or you're marching up and down your hallway, whatever works for you, just to kind of get your body moving. So do that for a few minutes first before you start decluttering. Then get a trash bag to carry with you, because we are just going to start with the trash in our home, like the actual trash, because there is more trash in our homes that we are allowing to be here than needs to be here, right? Then I have put on some upbeat music. We want our dopamine levels to be high. We want to feel excited about it as much as possible, even though it's not a really exciting thing. It can be uncomfortable, but we want to try to be as excited as we can. So put on some music so that you can get your decluttering groove on. Oh, it could also be like a podcast, or I also have, you could call a friend. That might be a really fun thing to do, to call a friend and be like, okay, let's declutter together. Let's put on a timer. Let's just go find what we can find around our homes to declutter, and to make that kind of a little fun task instead of something that's going to like really be dragging you down, right? And then set a timer. You know, I know that when I set a timer and I'm like, okay, and that time limit that you give yourself might be different every day. So you might start with like 15 minutes and then realize that like actually you want to do it for 30 minutes, or you might just want to start with 2 minutes. 2 minutes of decluttering is better than none, you guys. So just put your timer on, jump up, and just start doing something for those 2 minutes while your timer is on, or however long you are comfortable with at that time in that moment, because we all, there's some days that are better than others. And so just kind of go with what you feel like in the day that you're in. Then I have pick an easy place to start. Okay, I made a list because I do have a decluttering challenge list that I put on some of my videos and stuff, and I'll link it into the description below when I put this replay on. Hello, Melissa Honeybee. Good afternoon to you too. Happy to have you here. We are just going to talk about where to start decluttering, the easiest places that you are going to be the least emotionally attached to, okay? So I've got a whole page here of ideas for you, and I'll put them in the description below too, so that you can just see later on what they are, but I'll just run through a few of my favorites. The bathroom cabinets and drawers, the medicine cabinet. Oh, Melissa, you're from Maine. That's awesome. So happy to have you here. Get rid of your junk mail, you guys. That's a great place to start. Scraps of paper, old magazines, newspapers, books that you didn't even love the first time around. Okay. I had a couple of those where I was like, I need to just get rid of this. I didn't even like it. Toys and games that the kids never use. Like, you're the parent if you have children or pets. Sometimes pets have toys and stuff that you need to get rid of. Maybe they're too torn or ripped or just garbage, anyways, right? You know what's important to you, and you know what's important to your kids usually. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Beth. I did go live early. You're right. You know what it was? It was me being like, I need to just go and jump in, or else I'm gonna like throw up or something. It's probably mostly what I was thinking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you. Thanks for being here, Beth. I am just saying, easy places that you can declutter. Do you have some coupons? You set an alarm? Thank you. Aw, that's what real friends do, you guys. And my bathroom cleaning video, it was gross. You're right, Melissa. It was gross. Thank you for loving it, though. And if you guys have like ideas of places that you've decluttered that have been like, this has been an easy one where I got rid of tons of stuff, pop it down in the chat too so that your friends can all see that as well. I'm going to keep going. I have plastic containers. We have those takeout containers. You get like containers for like Cool Whip and stuff. Get rid of that crap, you guys. Condiment packages, expired food or spices, takeout menus. I have coupons or maybe like a coupon stash. I always have this intention of using coupons, but then I never do. Like, just let it go, Jerry. That one's for me. Oh, chipped glasses and mugs and plates and stuff. I just found a couple just this week where I was like, this glass it's like got a chip in it. It's actually broken. I need to throw it away. So I did get rid of it. Those really poor, crappy cleaning products, you guys, we don't need those. They didn't work the first time to begin with. If you guys watch my bathroom video, I put in my toilet that 5,000 flushes because I was really hoping it would kind of keep my toilet clean for me. Did it? No, you saw it. That toilet is disgusting. So I am going to take that tablet out and I'm going to actually get that toilet clean. That will be a future video this month. I hope this month. So we're definitely getting that buddy clean. Either that or I'm replacing it because it's gross. It is. Oh, here's one every parent has for sure. Orphaned socks, or I'm going to add orphaned mittens or gloves. We have a whole bag full. If you guys watched my mudroom cleaning video, I have a whole bag full of mittens and socks. Mittens and gloves. And then I probably have a whole bag of socks that I could find as well to get rid of. Clothing that you've been meaning to fix. We all have this. We all have clothes that we're like meaning to mend and everything else. Oh, what about shirts with like the collar stains or armpit stains? This is gross. Nobody wants to wear those. Let it go. Scraps of fabric or wrapping paper that you think that you're going to use. Probably won't. Dried up pens and markers. This is like with our school age kids. Like we've got tons of markers and crayons and stuff. I need to go through those and just throw them all out. Probably just throw them all out because honestly, it only takes like a couple dollars to buy a new package anyways. Oh, anything that's like a promotional product, anything rusty, tools, fasteners that you guys have in the garage, expired products or lotions. And this in my bathroom right now, we got like teeny tiny little slivers of soap. We don't need to keep those. We can totally throw those away. Old product boxes. I know I have some product boxes for things that we bought over Christmas that I've kept the box for. I don't need it. I need to let those go. And the last one I just have is expired batteries. So you guys know, if you watch my junk drawer cleaning one, I had tons of batteries and yeah, they're nasty. Like we don't need to keep them. They're not nasty, but like they take up space. We don't need them. So anyways, I just wanted to start with that little list. It's a long list of items that you can start decluttering like right away. It's easy. You're not as emotionally attached to them. And so it feels more like you can do it. Do you guys have any areas in your home that you found that you've been decluttering or that you really want to declutter this year? You can just drop it in the chat. I just needed a break from talking. I'm going to have a sip of my water because water's important. Hey, Sally D, Reality. I love that channel name. That is so fun. Beth says decluttering is for quitters. I don't know about that. Yes, Ashley, good point. It is a time to declutter the Christmas decorations that you didn't use this year. That's a great one. Yeah. You go, Beth. You can up your hoard as long as you have room for it. I'm doing good, Sally. I'm not doing super great. Actually, I didn't sleep great last night. And it wasn't because of this live. It was because my 4-year-old had stubbed her toe in the middle of the night. And I think she might have broken it. And she was like screaming upset. And it was hard to understand, like, what's wrong? And yeah, her little big toe has got like a little black and blue toenail. So it was kind of sad. So we didn't sleep super great. But other than that, I am doing good. Thank you for asking. You guys are so nice to me. Thank you. Stubbed toe killed Jack Daniels. It's one of your favorite weird facts. Oh my goodness. Did it really? That is so wild. That is so crazy. Oh, that's true, Sally. She says, cherish those moments while they're little. You'll blink and they've grown. It's so true. I do have older kids, and they've grown so fast. Oh. Oh yeah, going septic. It could happen these days. You never know. Actually, that is how my son got sick last year. He started to go septic. It was really scary. We had to go to the hospital. He was there for a few weeks. We had to be on antibiotics for weeks. It was really crazy. So it can happen these days, but yeah, I'm sure somebody would probably catch on pretty fast. And Sally, you miss your boys being little? Yeah. It is. It's terrifying. Oop, no, stop that. I'm touching things I'm not supposed to be touching. So I was really fired up after watching Cass from Clutterbug. I watched her live. She had a live earlier this week, and I was just really fired up and just feeling like, because honestly, I think I just was feeling a little like tired from the holidays and stuff, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my channel. And then I watched her live, and it was like, you can do this. Just grab a trash bag, start throwing things in there. And it just really fired me up. So if you guys haven't watched that yet, I'm going to direct you there too. I'll put it in the description below. But she's cool too, even though, she's big and famous, just like Beth. Beth's big and famous. One thing that she brought up, though, that I really love was just that, like, decluttering is uncomfortable, you guys. It's just like you feel pain when you declutter. There's a little bit of discomfort. It's not a happy thing usually. And so just remind yourself that you are more important than the things in your home, than everything in your home. You might have some things in your home that are like treasures, like antiques and hand-me-downs and those kind of things, but you are still more important than all those things, and that your happiness is more important. And to remind yourself of that when you are decluttering, and that you'll come across those moments when you are feeling overwhelmed, and just to take a minute to take a deep breath, to remember that you are worthy of a clutter-free home, and that everybody's definition of clutter-free is going to be different. Like Beth is saying, she loves to she's like get up in her game with what she wants for decorations and stuff, and that's totally fine. You guys, everybody's going to have a different definition of what is comfortable for them, and how many mugs they want, and whatever, that's okay, because you are the only one who can say how happy you are. And I'm definitely not advocating for a minimalist lifestyle. I'm not a minimalist, and I don't really necessarily think that it's practical. Someone said maybe I'm an essentialist, and I really like that thought. That I like to keep things that are essential, that are important, but just trying to like cut down on all the garbage that I'm hanging on to, and not just garbage, but like just extra things. I don't need so many things. I don't need 20 billion pairs of socks. Beth is a kidder. She's always like teasing me, but I love her for it. I love her. Another thing I just wanted to share with you guys was, yes, exactly. Okay, Sally said she has big plans. She's drowning in 40 years of marriage of stuff that the hubs won't let go. And that's where the huge black construction bags come in handy. She is so done. Yes, exactly, Sally. Um, so I was just going to say, we're drowning. We are drowning in our clutter sometimes, and we're just surviving and not really thriving. And then we're getting stuck in the thought of, I need to recycle it. I need to donate it. I need to take it to my sister's house or whatever. And then it delays us from actually getting the thing done. And depression, yes, absolutely. It can be very depressing being surrounded by all of these things, and they are unmade decisions, or they're decisions that we've made but we haven't acted on yet. Like, I'm staring across my room. I've got a little pile of things that I was supposed to take to the donation center. My husband went earlier this week, and I forgot about that. And so it's just those things that are just hanging out there in the corner of my room. I don't need them there. And just trying to get stuff and to separate our worth with what we've already done, kind of. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes we hang on to things because of guilt, because of how much it cost, or because of who gave it to us, or, we feel like it represents a certain status symbol to have that thing. But just getting more comfortable with what you are and who you are and what you need in your life. Ashley says, I felt that way a lot with my mom's stuff. She wasn't ready to let go of, but I was able to organize it better for her, and that helped so much. Yeah. And sometimes, honestly, we're all going to go at our own pace, and sometimes we're going to need a little bit more time. I was talking to a friend a few weeks ago, and she was like, her mom had made a pillow or something like that, and she was hanging on to this pillow, and she didn't even make the pillow specifically for that friend. And she was just hanging on to it because her mom had made it. And even though she didn't need it, she had tons of other pillows. She was still hanging on to it. And so she said at the time she wasn't able to declutter it, but she knows that as like she thinks about it more, and that it'll just get easier, like the next time she confronts it. Yeah, so just know that we all move at our own pace, you guys. Oh, and I'm not an expert. I'm pretty sure I said that at the very beginning, but I did start early, so sorry. I'm not an expert. I'm not perfect. You guys have seen my home. You know that I struggle with some of this stuff too. And so I'm not by any means saying that like I've been there and I'm all done with all that and I'm amazing now. No, I'm not. I'm struggling with empty plastic gum containers that I'm hanging on to, which I've gotten some really good ideas about. But anyways, regardless, I don't need to hold on to those things. I just am because, Yeah, and you've been hanging on to your mom stuff for 14 years, Sally. Yeah, that's a long time. And do you find that you even like use any of it or reference it, or have you given some of it to your kids or anything like that? Um, because yeah, sometimes we just put it in the back of our minds in a storage unit or a closet, and there it lives for the rest of our life. And then our kids have to deal with it, right? Um, I'm only keeping on to her purse, hat, and scarf. Aw, that's nice. So you prioritized a few things. That's a great idea. I think that's totally fine. And you took pictures. Yeah, that's a really good idea to help lessen the tension we feel with letting things go. One of the things that Cass from Clutterbug said during her live was that to get a little keepsake box, a tote or a box or whatever it is that you have. And then that way you can keep a few things that fill that box, that is your boundary. And once you start keeping a few things, then it's easier to let other things go, right? Is what she was kind of saying, was to prioritize the things that are special to you. Like you said, her scarf and her purse and her hat. Like, yeah, we don't need to hold on to her whole wardrobe, right? So that's cool. That's great. And by no means, I know, Sally, you're saying that like you're drowning in your husband's stuff. Oh yeah, decluttering a whole house for your mother would have been really hard. Yeah. And I think that's also why it's important for us to do like at least do it as we live, we to spend some time actually going through our stuff. Yeah, sentimental stuff is the hardest. You're right. You're right. And that's why we kind of got to work up our decluttering muscles by doing like the easy stuff first. Just getting in there, throwing away the junk mail, all that garbage that we've been hanging on to, that list that I had there, and I'll put it down in the description below. I'm not advocating that we throw away important things. I think that most of us know what is important. And if we don't know for sure if it's important or not, it probably is not important. So we know. Yeah, Sally, I read that, or you were saying that in your video that you tried Marie Kondo and it killed you with your ADHD. You started reading the book, The Swedish Death Cleaning. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Marie Kondo thing can be super overwhelming, especially for people who have tons of stuff, right? We have like all your clothes, throw all your clothes on your bed or all your books or whatever. And that that becomes this ginormous pile or whatever, and then it's really hard. Yeah, Sally, that is something that I agree with you. We don't want to leave all this stuff for our kids or our families or our friends to have to handle after, say, we pass or whatever, right? And yeah, having a friend there to help totally helps. I agree. Or call them on the phone. A video call would be super helpful. It's overwhelming. It is. It is. It's super helpful to have a friend there with you. I was going to say, we have to make sure that if we are going through other people's things, like Sally, you're saying your husband, you got tons of stuff there, that we're not throwing away their stuff without their permission, right? So I just wanted to put that caveat in there. I don't want you to just go through your house and start throwing everything away. That might lead to some relationship problems. And also it can cause other people to hoard even more sometimes when we really push. So we lead by example. Sally says, a friend would have helped, but we were so embarrassed by all this. So now you're putting it on the internet. I don't know why. I agree, Sally. I'm putting it on the internet too. And I don't know why. Sometimes it's almost easier than having a friend come over. Oh. And Sally, yeah, I mean, if he doesn't realize you get rid of it, and you probably know that some of it's probably garbage or trash. My dad is a little bit like that. I love my dad, but he's like a just in caser kind of person and just holding on to stuff. So he's had stuff in boxes for 10 years. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, you haven't even used it. I think it's okay. We've been in this house for 10 years. So when I was going through my office, I was like, some of the stuff I haven't touched in 10 years. So I need to let it go. Yeah. And it'll just go. It'll just drag on as long as we let it. Uh, 40 years of marriage going to find nobody better than me. Sally. The moment you toss it, he'll need it. Yeah, right? Studies have shown that most people who start decluttering, they don't regret what they've decluttered. And I love the rule, like if I can buy it with like if it's cost less than $20 to buy, I can get rid of it. Not that like I'm like going to buy and replace everything, but just that it gives me that reassurance that like I don't need it. I can replace it if I do need it. Um, so I try to like pay attention to that too. Not pay attention, try to let that rule hang out in my head. Oh. And Sally, sometimes it is easier if somebody comes through and does our stuff for us. I agree. And sometimes I find it easier to declutter for other people too. Like I remember when I was younger, I would want to clean my older sister's room for her because I found that so fun. It was like an act of service. And also I just felt like I was, yeah, like doing service for her and that it was easier than cleaning my own room. So yeah, sometimes maybe having somebody come over to clean for you might be a great hack. And actually, I think that was someone did say that. I don't know if it was Marie Kondo or not, but to have somebody else there touching the stuff so that you don't even touch it. You're in the room to say yes or no, but they're the ones physically putting it in the box for you. Um, I think that actually just helps to detach you from the thing, so you're not as emotional about it too. Yeah. Yeah, so we're drowning. We're drowning, and I am getting distracted by my swimming technique of I needed to donate or recycle or whatever. And Cass was really hard. Cass from Clutterbug was really hard on just throw it away. It is probably trash, and the like Goodwills out there are pretty full as it is. So don't worry about saving other people when you need to be saved right now if you're drowning in clutter. So that was a great reminder for me because I find that I get stuck on that of like needing to do things the right way. And, sometimes just doing the things is better than worrying about the right way. And just to get my head above water, right? To a point where I can tread water and then I can worry about actually recycling or donating or whatever. I know what you mean. My sister, every time she has a baby, I would go over and clean her house, and it would take nothing for me to do her house for her. I wasn't tired or anything. Isn't it beautiful how service actually fills our cups? It can, for sure. Yeah. But when we go to clean our own homes, instant overwhelm. Yeah. And I think that part of that is the guilt, the shame that we hang on to things for too long or that we meant to do that thing. And I think that's why. We're not attached to the guilt of your sister's stuff, right? Of our other person that we're serving. And so I think it's easier and it's less draining for us when we're decluttering for other people. Yeah. Yeah, that could be fun. Do a trade-off with your friend. Come over to my house. I'll go over to your house. We just got to be selfish. We have to be selfish with our homes. We have to be selfish with our stuff and our time a little bit. I'm giving you permission to be selfish. So I am encouraging you guys to just grab a trash bag, set your little timer, if it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 15, whatever you can give for today, and just go to town trying to fill that little trash bag up today. And just get that little motivation boost and focus on the trash. If you have to run around to different areas of your home to do it, then do it. Or if you want to just narrow in and focus on one little cabinet or drawer, then cool, go ahead and do that. But try not to order things or organize things, and just look for the trash and the stuff that you want to get rid of. So I encourage you guys to give that a shot today. Yeah. That's all my notes, and it's been about a half an hour, which is what I wanted to do for today. I do want to go live probably every month, and I'm just going to probably plan for the first Sunday of every month. Sally, we all need a dumpster to take care of it all. It's true. We all have tons of stuff in our homes. It's not just you, my dear. So don't feel alone. Don't feel embarrassed. We're all here. I'm sharing my garbage on the internet too. So I hope you guys will join me again next month. Yeah, I really just wanted to get live. Thank you guys so much, Ashley, Sally, Beth. Thank you guys so much for adding to the comments. Yes, thank you, Sally. And I'll talk to you guys. I'll put the replay on the channel, and I'll make my list of the easiest places to declutter, and then we'll all go to town. Okay, so get out your trash bags, set your timer, pump your music, get your body moving so that you get out of that freeze zone, and yeah, go to town decluttering. I will talk to you guys later. Mwah.